Yo, what is your channel? Danny Rebel?
33, yeah.
Okay, anything you want to say to America? I have 320 people watching here.
We love Trump. We're just here to support the Patriots and help keep the peace. I don't want anybody getting hurt on any side, you know. I love everybody and I pray for everybody.
Do you do you like Israel or America more?
America.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. I don't care about Israel or what they do. I don't like them getting involved in American politics.
Would you vote for a candidate who is funded by AIPAC?
I don't really vote.
No. Then why are you screaming Trump so much?
I voted for Trump.
Oh, okay. So you do vote?
That's the only vote I voted for.
This year or in 2016 as well?
Both years.
Both years. So never in your life before that you voted?
I voted for Barack Obama.
Okay, that's cool. I liked Obama.
Obama was cool, but he ended up being a total loser.
He's probably my favorite president.
He was a total race baiter. He fucking said, "Oh, we're gonna all fucking coexist together," and then he just started all this race baiting shit and triggered the whole country into this race riots.
I don't know. I feel like the country kind of got triggered in like 2016 and on. I think we started separating more since Trump came into office. Can you agree with that? Because I feel like we were all a little bit closer.
Started it.
Really?
Yeah.
Even Trump was talking good about Obama back in the day, though.
Well, Trump used to be a Democrat.
That's true. But is the money better for him over here on this side or something? You think he's getting more benefits?
Well, you got to go where the money's at, right?
But is money better than morality? I'm not saying I'm not a Democrat. I'm also definitely not a Republican. If I had to choose one,
better than morality.
That's a good answer. Do you think that we should? Do you still think that we should uphold this two-party system, or do you think we need more than two parties in America?
I don't really care about that. I think it's like a non-issue. I think, yeah, maybe all the money that goes into it, you know. But what are you gonna do?
I mean, you could not allow.
That's how the system is in place.
Well, you could change the system. There's countries in like Europe that don't allow outside money going into their political. Right. They like. Do you think that that's better? Like,
sure.
I agree with that. I think that too. Yeah. So that money isn't shifting our policies and our people. Do you think that like the amount of money that was poured into both sides' campaigns had interests that were not for us regular people and maybe for just the people in power?
Possibly, yeah.
So why do we champion so much like no one's really out here championing for Kamala or Biden?
I'm a single issue voter. I voted for Trump just because of the deportations.
That's it?
That's it. That's a single reason why. I have a really bad problem with immigrants. I have
Would you have voted for the
nationals breaking into my farm trying to kill my livestock, so it's a big problem.
Are you're a farm owner?
Yeah.
Do you supply like stores and stuff around here?
I just grow my own food.
Okay. And so you've had a bunch of El Salvadorians breaking into your farm? How many in particular?
I'd rather not say.
Have any of them gotten charged?
No.
If it's a big issue, don't you want to put it out there for the world?
It's a personal issue.
Have you spoken with it on your channel, like where I could learn about it more?
I've called animal control.
Animal control on the El Salvadorians?
Yeah, their dogs are trying to kill my livestock.
Come over, they breed dogs and they don't do it.
Oh, their dogs are trying to.
One of
Okay.
their kids actually hit my neighbor in a hit and run.
Accidentally, you said?
No. He was
actual.
It was an accident
Okay.
run, and then he
It was a
hit
hit
them
and run
took off,
accident.
and the cops came back. They
Told
came to
her
my
car.
property asking about the neighbors. Like,
Wait, so y'all are neighbors?
Yeah.
Can you say okay? Did y'all ride here together like fucking save the gas? That's good. Carpooling is good. Carpooling is good. I can get with y'all on that. I did there's more, I think that you kind of have been like
that's
aligned.
anecdotal evidence.
Well, there is that.
Part of the anecdotal evidence on top of all the other stuff.
I mean, but this has been going on for years. Like when the Chinese and the Irish were coming here, there was also Finnish people who came here like hundreds of years ago. And no, hold on, let me finish. They really demonized Finnish people when they came over here. Did you know that? Yeah. I'm just saying. So you could have been a single issue voter back then for a president that was like, I'm getting rid of the Irish. But now looking forward, jumping like 200 years later, aren't you glad the Irish came here? I heard you earlier say you were Irish descent. So aren't you glad your people came here? Because you love America. So aren't you glad your people got an opportunity to come here? Would you be upset if someone like you 200 years ago was a... Well, hold on. Let me finish.
Why do you think they
Let me
why do you
finish.
think
Let me
they
finish.
closed
Let me
the
finish.
border
Let me.
after? Why do you
Let me.
think they closed it?
Well,
Why
exactly.
because there are too many
Because of
coming
people,
over.
but he
There are too many
is
people coming.
happy.
Yes, they
He is.
wanted the
Hold on.
They wanted the Europeans.
You're
because
talking over me now that
they
I'm
were
making like a good
cultural.
point, and I was in the middle of a conversation with him. Wouldn't you be upset with like you 200 years ago if there was a single issue voter that got people in that stopped your people from coming, like right before your people would have came? You'd still be maybe dead in Ireland because of the British takeover over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just put yourself in that timeline and just think about future history.
Well,
Don't.
it was 1700. Let's go, brother. We love you. Oh, I love that guy.
You said you love that guy?
I love that guy.
The guy he was chanting about, or him
He's
specifically?
trolling
I
you
love
guys.
all of
Yeah,
them.
he's trolling
No,
you.
I'm talking about the guy's name that he was saying. Do you love him?
Oh no.
Okay. Do you think that was wrong of him to say?
No.
You might love that guy. Do you think it was wrong that he just said that?
I just love Nick Fuentes.
No. The first guy, not the Nick Fuentes.
Hitler?
Yeah.
No. Why would I have any?
Well, I'm just
connection
saying.
to
Don't,
Hitler?
well, you said you love that guy, so I'm just saying.
No
Can you say you love that guy but don't like what he just said? Could we agree on that?
I love the guy screaming "Hell Hitler." Yeah.
But do you dislike what he said? You can love him but dislike what he said.
No, it's
Well,
free
what he
speech.
said
This
is trolling and
America.
laughing. It's not saying
He was talking to y'all. He was only talking to y'all. He was this side of the window. There's no one else like.
Yeah, trolling people that are
He's a
out
kid,
there.
bro. He's
That's
20
what-
years old. He's living his life. We used to do that too when we were in the punk scene. We used to put swastikas on our punk jackets.
Yeah, it's called
Shot
shot value.
Yeah, it's
I
called
understand.
shot value.
My favorite music artist is Kanye West, so I understand.
All right.
I understand.
All right.
I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, Kanye.
Yeah, I understand. But I do understand the negative implications of like making that like common again because like if you get people so onto the ideology of fucking we hate immigrants this bad, we should.
You
I've
like
seen.
David Bowie?
Do I like David Bowie? Yeah, I saw what he did too. Yeah. He was very anti-Semitic in a point. Yeah.
No, he wasn't anti-Semitic.
Well, whenever he was playing that one character, what was it? He was playing this one
he was doing
character.
the same thing Kanye's doing.
Yeah, basically same shit, but anti-Semitic. There we go.
It's artistic expression.
Exactly. It is
So
artistic
him
expression.
yelling out the car, "Hail Hitler," that's artistic
Is he
expression.
okay? Where can I go and find like more stuff from him?
Where can
art-
I find more stuff?
Like
I don't know.
artistically, like if this is an
He's
artist,
being an artist.
I don't think he
He's
was being an
using
artist. I
his
think he was
free
just being
speech
more of a
as an
troll.
artistic platform.
I see the value in that. I do see the value in that. And I don't think anyone should
think
get.
it's funny.
I don't think. Oh, sorry. I don't think
I don't
people.
think he really likes Hitler or he wants to hail Hitler. He just thinks.
I mean, he did the
that it
arm
makes-
salute too.
He makes you people mad, so he does it.
I understand that's what he's doing, and it's not you people. I think you. I don't think.
I don't mean to
See,
say
the
that.
left use it in a demonization way, where they say that you are a literal Nazi and you should be killed.
Right.
The left does it in a different way, as the right would do it in a way to troll and laugh about it, not really liking Hitler, but the left would do it in a way that says, you are Hitler, you hate everybody that's not like
So
you, you
hold
wanna
on.
kill everybody."
With that logic,
Let me finish
everyone
the
on the right.
purpose standpoint. And it's not from
Yeah,
that
we've just taken it on. We don't care if you guys call. us
So
racist
everyone on the
anymore.
with that logic though, everyone on the right is if they say that they're all just joking. Everyone's just joking.
I can't
They're all
speak for
immune,
Everybody.
huh?
There may be some people that think that way. I can't
Do you not think
Guy
that?
wants
but
to kill
in-
Charlie Kirk,
but
and
in
laughing
general.
about his head blowing off down here.
I think that's wrong. I've said that a million times. I don't agree with that. You should not joke about anyone that's dead. Y'all joked about George Floyd for like 5 years. You shouldn't
Yeah,
joke
he was
about.
a criminal.
Yeah,
The-
but there's a big
I
difference.
said
There's a
you
big
shouldn't joke about
difference
anyone that's
between-
dead. Anyone that's
There's a
dead.
big
George Floyd
difference.
tattoo. If you want to check it out,
Sure.
you know the bird, which is the bald eagle.
The bird, which is do I know the bald eagle?
The
Yeah.
bird, which is
No,
the bald
Felonious
eagle.
Floyd.
Felonious
I haven't
Floyd.
heard that. No.
Well, yeah.
So
Felonious
Felonious
was
Floyd,
better.
this is the bird, which is the bald eagle. George Floyd's lawyer has a pin, and he had Felonious Floyd come up and do a press interview,
He
and
fucked it up. and
he
then
totally
rolled
messed
his
it up.
eyes.
This is the bird, which is the bald eagle, and Felonious Floyd was trying to talk on how they're killing black people, like they're killing the bird, which is the bald eagle, which is a protected
When George
animal.
Floyd is the one that went into an apartment dressed as a waterworks worker and robbed a woman with her kid there.
That's not right. But-
Like, I mean, that's what. That's
But
the reason
making
why
fun
we
of his
don't
death
like
for like
George
5
Floyd.
years. All right.
Like
So
Charlie
there's a
Kirk-
lot of fucking
Charlie
robbers
Kirk
out there that
never
died that we're not
robbed
shit talking
or
about.
did
You know.
anything illegal like that, and George Floyd did. So we don't like
We're out
him
here for Charlie
because
Kirk.
of what he did in his
You
past.
guys are out there for
there's
George
a
Floyd.
big difference.
I wasn't ever out there for George Floyd.
Oh,
I
I don't mean to
Not saying
categorize.
that
I'm
you-
just
Well,
talking about your stream. Whoever's watching this.
most actually I allow everyone in here. I don't moderate my stream. I allow both sides in. I'm more of a center left person. I'm not far left. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, we're disaffected liberals.
No, I used to
We've
be a
been there.
leftist.
We used to be leftist liberals.
That's how I was raised.
I feel like you're a gamer. Are you a gamer type person? Oh, I don't know why. I don't like games either. I can agree with you on that. Yeah, I can agree with you on
Yeah,
that.
no games. We ain't got time for that.
Yeah, fuck games. All right, cool. I fuck with that ideology. I just think that, you know, fucking the like you said, whenever I said, okay, now can everyone on the right just say these things and get away with it? And you said I can't speak for them, but those people think that like the jokes and stuff are enough for them to be able to like let their shit out. It can embolden them to actually let out the negative things. You don't think that's possible at all? Just like
I don't think kids yelling "Hail Hitler" is gonna make them violent and start joining a white nationalist.
But do you think people yelling "Jump off the building, ICE" could make these people violent? I think so.
Antifa violent?
Yeah.
They're
Well,
inherently violent comparative.
I'm-
I mean, I've been shoved by like 4 different people, and I haven't seen one person just like a right wing just come up and shove them. Like I've seen that.
Aaron
here.
Danielson
I've had
was
it
shot
done.
in the head by
Like,
Michael
Last night I
Brown.
saw last night I was here really late. I was like probably the last like streamer out here. There was a lady that fucking bear sprayed a woman. That was just
that was
was
the leftist. That
but
was the right. Yeah.
no. The person on the right bear sprayed the woman. They were talking like this, but she was like, "Get away!" And I tried to
he
hold
tried-
on.
He sprayed her from the back.
No, that was after. That was after she had sprayed 2 people. That was you may have caught a
Yeah,
clip,
it's a
but.
woman by herself. I think she should be able
Well,
to
what
defend
happened?
herself.
No, this woman was actually kind of like, I'm not even like kidding. Like, I kind of, you know how I came up to talk to you just now? Like, I'm pretty center. I just want to talk. I try to let everyone speak on shit. I came up, I was like, hey, she was like, get away from me. I was like, I'm not affiliated with anyone. I'm center. But I was trying to calm her down, and she held bear sprays to my face, and I was like, all right. So I left. But I'm just saying, when you're that high rate,
why we're down
when you're
here to
that,
protect
well,
people.
if you were that amped up, you should probably take a step away. In my opinion, if you
It's the
I agree.
circumstances in
I
which we're
agree.
down here.
Yeah.
So if you look at how many people on the right have been attacked down here versus how many on the left have been attacked down here.
You know what I've
There
also
are
seen? I was here in
differences.
June and July before many of the MAGA people were out
Yeah.
here. It was actually mainly just protesters. There
Yeah.
was no MAGA people back then. But then the past couple of
they
weeks,
wouldn't stop. They just would.
well, the past couple of weeks, the Trump.
Because I know the guy, Chris, that lives in that building right there. He says it's been going on since June.
Yeah, since
they've
June.
been the leftists have been yelling, and then the MAGA people have came out here in the last few weeks.
Because it made White House news because Trump started talking about it. No,
this is
that's
actually
really
before.
why.
We came out here before Trump did anything like
What-
that. We've been coming out here before that, before the costumes, before they started dressing up in.
I know, I understand that, but it was
But
being brought
they've
up.
been
The
doing
Trump
this
didn't bring it
for
up
so
after
long.
the costumes,
Danny
by the
Mullen
way.
was the one that brought him the costumes, and now they just copied his thing.
Who?
Danny Mullen.
He was
Who's-
the first one that came.
I've
down
never
with
heard
the
of him.
costume.
Oh yeah, he's like a famous.
Yeah, you should
YouTuber.
watch it. He
does
comes down here
skits.
with someone in a costume.
Comes
You
out-
don't see it ever before that, and then they got the idea from him, and they all started dressing costumes about 2 days later.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd never heard
That's
of him.
just
So
what happened. Yeah. yeah.
okay.
If you look at it, if you watch the videos and the dates and time frames. Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that I've seen a lot more violence since there's been agitators out here. Like back in June and July, what I'm saying is there really wasn't any
People have
violence.
contradictory arguments.
Yeah.
they get actually really
But no,
agitated.
I'm gonna tell you what happened earlier. I was here. This guy was reading Shakespeare to them. It was like a person on the left reading Shakespeare. It was very empty over here. It was basically just him and another guy reading. You saw that happening, and then these group of kids that were kind of supporting you and yelling Nick Fuentes at you. I think one of them was a guy that just did the hail as he went by. They came up behind. They came up behind me and the guy, because I was kind of filming him doing the Shakespeare thing and just kind of catching that vibe, you know. And then they're like, let's start yelling at them. Let's piss them off. Let's yell faggot. You know, like, why do that? I understand that they're kids, but there's a grown guy doing the same thing,
I
yelling.
can't tell people.
Yeah,
what
they've
to do.
been yelling at that, but the difference is when they come up to me and they lay hands on me.
That's
I've had
different, yeah.
multiple leftists tonight put their fingers on my chest. Like I haven't done that to anybody. Like they've come up to me like I'm not gonna.
pushing me.
They like and then just start fucking yelling. I'm like, and I back up a little bit. I'm just like, fucking you want, you know. I'm telling you.
I
you
do.
wanna go.
I
I'm
will
like,
agree. I
yeah,
will
don't
agree.
see the right- I see the
That's
right-
not good. That's not good.
Not-
Yeah, people need to learn how to de-escalate themselves.
The leftists typically very antagonistic or get antagonized
Well,
just by words.
Well, yes,
You
they
say a word and
people
they-
come
they-
down here
they think they can
specifically
make
to
sense.
antagonize people. You do know that that's part of what you're doing. Like,
Protesting is.
yes,
I
I
agree with
understand.
protesting on both sides before it gets violent.
I do think that should happen. But whenever you like everyone's getting at each other, putting phones in the face, tensions getting up, yelling, trans, queefa, fuck anti, whatever the fuck the people
what
yell.
Do you know about Aaron Danielson and Michael Reinhardt?
I've never heard of either of those names.
So Aaron Danielson was shot in 2020 by a known Antifa member. You can look it all up. It's on Vice magazine. They covered the whole story.
They actually did an article on him while he was on the run. Like he shot a Trumper.
And he has an Antifa
They're like, we got a
tattoo.
Trumper here, shot him in the head because he had a Trump hat on.
Yeah.
And then ran to Lacey. But before he did, Vice was like, oh, we'll do an article on you. We won't tell the police or anything. We'll just do an article on you. Then he ran to Lacey and then they shot him in Lacey.
Well, yeah. Well,
But
I know
it's
Vice has
typically-
done shit with like drug lords in like Africa.
Right.
So
I'm just saying how heavily it was
Yeah.
covered. Like it's a legit news story.
that's crazy. Yeah, I just heard about that.
You
It's
can
not
watch
it's
them.
not right to shoot anyone in the head. I don't agree with
There's a lot
that.
of
That's if that's what
shooting
y'all are
that
trying to
heads
get
on
from
the
me. I don't think that
but,
that's right.
like, that's what I mean, though. Like how violent they get down here towards people that support our side.
Well, statistically, a lot more like mass shooters are on the right. Like that's
They're
actually a
not.
thing.
That's
No,
actually,
no.
no. If you look up the statistics.
I've looked up the statistics. It was like
Kathy Gibbard, her killer, was he a leftist or rightist?
there's been so many
Well,
killings
Kathy
now. We
Gibbard,
hear about
they-
a new one every
the
fucking
Kathy
week.
Gibbard one, they said he was on the right.
Uh-huh.
He was anti-government. That's why they're saying he was on the right. But he was against the Republican Party. He voted against Bush. He hated Bush. He was for the Democrats and on a libertarian standpoint. And they say he was.
So
on
he was
the
a
right.
libertarian,
No,
yeah.
but they don't conclude him as a libertarian. They say he
FBI.
was on the right wing
Okay.
because he was anti-government. So when you look up the SPLCU statistics and all the shit they post, it's look into it a little bit more and read about the person because a lot of the statistics are on people who are just anti-government. When you're anti-government, you
You're
could
right
be left
wing.
or you could be right.
And they'll
But
consider
they say
right
you're
wing.
on the right wing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
look up case by if you go case by case by case by case, you'll realize that they're lying and just saying that anti-government people are right wing.
Okay. Well, most libertarians I know who mostly were like Republican before they went libertarian. So I would say that yeah, libertarian could be more right leaning, but
If you read a lot
No,
of them,
but
they
like-
were actually anti-Bush, anti-Republican president.
well,
They're
Trump
not-
is anti-Bush.
They're definitely not.
Trump is also
They're
anti-Bush.
definitely not voting for the right side, is what I'm saying. They're not voting for any Republican, not just the president, but they're just
They've
anti-government.
classified Antifa riots as right-wing violence because
Depending
they're
on the
anti-government.
ideology. So if you look up, you have to literally look up case by case, and you'll see a little bit. Not saying all of them are, but it's not overwhelmingly right.
Careful, man. There's glass everywhere. Be careful. Hate for him to fall into that.
No, they were throwing that shit at me. That's another thing. They were throwing eggs at me.
Yeah, that's wrong. I agree that's wrong.
After the black guy shoved me in the chest.
Just wait though, because I farm eggs, so they ain't never seen this many eggs. They ain't never seen a truckload of eggs.
Well, I don't think don't lean into it. Don't do it back. In my opinion, I'm gonna say that I haven't thrown anyone at anyone. I haven't told anyone to kill themselves. I'm more of a I'm not anti like the establishment of ICE, but I do think that they should do things in a more respectful way. Like the way that the optics that they're showing on like DHS, TikTok, Instagram
Yeah, but
is.
we knew
But
it
why
was
are we
gonna be
praising
that
that shit?
bad.
We have like streamers like Nick Shirley going ride-arounds with them.
He's a great guy.
I'm just saying, we have streamers going on ride-alongs with them, making it look cool to go and like tackle people that are just like fucking going to work at a construction site. And you're not gonna go work at a construction site, are you? You're like, are you?
Dude,
I mean, you don't look like a big construction. You kind of look like a computer guy.
No, I built it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was just an assumption, just the build. But I just like.
There's a lot of people that you wouldn't expect that farm and build shit that don't have the opportunity to do it.
Word. Okay. I haven't heard of any, like none of my friends. Like I grew up in a white suburban town. Well, I went to school in that. I grew up kind of in a Mexican neighborhood, but my mom used her ex's address to put me in the white neighborhood.
My elementary school that I went to in Anaheim, California, there were so many Mexicans that they had to bring in extra teachers. There were so many illegals coming in, the kids couldn't speak English. The teachers couldn't focus on the students. This was back in the 90s.
Same with I tried to get a job at KFC where my friend worked.
But do you not understand how like what you're saying is like they could be like there were so many Irish coming in, they had to get a fucking Irish fucking that was a Scottish,
But
right?
there's just-
But
it's just too
back,
many. There's too full.
but this could have been you
We need to
200
focus-
years
we
ago,
need
or
to
not even.
focus on the people in the and the
Stop blaming the people.
Well,
it's
how
a
many
fucking
people
thing
were
to
coming in
distract
back
us, bro.
then?
They're going after the fucking
can you-
oil. They're going after shit to fucking distract us.
Can
They
you-
want us fucking talking.
resources.
They want us talking about the illegals while they or the illegals.
Because the
Why
illegals
they?
coming in back then were in the million,
Have-
low million.
There's a
How
look
many
up.
people came in over the past
Can
10 years?
all right, y'all are telling me to
It's
look
been
up
over
stuff.
20
I'm gonna look up
20
the.
million
Well,
people.
there's a difference between when the country started and there was a couple million coming in before they stopped it, to 20, 30 million and coming in either seen, not seen, coming over the border.
But look
There's
at
a
what
huge
most of
difference.
fucking
And a lot of
Mexico
them,
used to be.
The culture that was coming in was Christian culture. So there's a big. So when you look at morality and you look at clash of cultures, you're gonna have different moralities of religions coming together that don't get along, where you have people
Mexicans
fighting.
speak Spanish
That's-
because of the Spanish. They invaded.
Yeah, duh. I mean,
And then they tried to come into America, and guess who stopped them? The Comanche Indians.
wasn't like California, New Mexico, some of Colorado and Texas like Mexico before it became this though. So
Yeah,
technically,
before we fought for it and won, yeah.
Yeah, we had the Battle of Texas.
Yeah,
I
it's
understand
like
that.
when you look around the world and you see different regions that have conquered different regions all over. And they
but
haven't
I want to
changed,
get
and
back to
they're
a,
the
I
same.
want to get to a point where we're
So
not
we
like
wanna
proud
get
of the
everybody-
people that fucking bought. Like
I'm
we
proud
we
of the
need
people
to.
that built the
No,
country,
what
yeah,
we need to get to a point is where we fucking love everyone. Make sure that we fucking we take account.
That's why we have
No,
churches
we.
and free food and housing.
Well, no shit. But why can't those people be maybe not a documented
How
citizen?
many people want to come here undocumented? Do you know how many people?
Do you know how many people want to do anything? How many people want to
Well,
have $1 million?
What you're advocating for is everybody
many
who
people-
wants to come here should come.
How
right?
many people
Yes.
can get into a
So
Mattel?
I
you're
think-
talking about 2 billion people. Should
I
come
think
into a
no.
country that has
I
20
think that we need to
million
make the
people?
process easier, but also be able to document people. Make sure we do extensive background checks. Make sure that we search
So
their
like we do now
vehicles.
with about 1 million people a year, we bring in about 1 million people every year, not counting.
You do know
people
the
who are
whole
married.
Earth's population could fit in New York. Elon Musk said this. So if you don't think
We're
I'm
not living in Kansas.
But-
We're
but-
living
Yeah,
in
but,
New York
but,
City.
but what I'm saying is-
where are they moving to?
what I'm saying is
Well,
the
no.
They're not
You're
moving
saying,
to rural
are they
Oklahoma.
moving to? Yeah, are they moving to rural areas? Or are they moving to big cities where you're competing with rent? Because you can look at the statistics of FHA loans for immigrants, and they've skyrocketed. I have them on my phone. FHA loans, which are federally backed loans, which if you don't pay them, the government will pay them for up to a year. So they've been paying a lot of these loans for immigrants that are illegal.
yeah. I think they
So, I
get
mean,
sent to
so-
these.
So when I'm going into a major city and I'm trying to rent a place, these illegals are getting it before. I'm competing with people who shouldn't even be in the country. That's the main issue. Is you're letting so many people in. They're not just going to rural areas. They're going to every main city. They're going. I want to go to Miami. I want to go to LA. I want to go to all the Seattle. They want to come to all the main cities. They're not just going to.
Well,
Yeah,
that's where
we
the
do have a lot
opportunity
of-
is,
we
and
do have a
well,
lot
you
of
gotta
land
you gotta.
throughout the country, but just they're not going for the rural areas.
Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta establish yourself in a new place. You gotta
You
fucking
like Indian truck drivers killing everybody on the roads?
like in India or here.
No.
Well,
Here in
in
America.
Washington, they give CDLs to illegals.
Undocumented people.
They'll give you a driver's license. My neighbors, that's how they got a license, because they're illegal, but they're not legally in the country.
So
But
you're
they'll-
from
they'll
Washington?
they'll get.
Okay.
I'm about an hour north.
Okay.
So you'll get a free ID, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm illegal." They're not legal, but they have an ID from Washington State, so they can buy property. They can get a CDL, and when they get that CDL, they leave Washington State and they go to other states to deliver stuff, and that's when you're seeing accident. You're like, well, these people aren't supposed to have them. They have them because like Washington State has it. I don't know if Oregon does, California, but California and Washington do have that. They also have in Washington, if you are legally allowed to work and are illegal, you can become a police officer too. They passed that about 8 months ago. So I can have a cop that comes to my door who's illegally in the United States.
I mean, do you
who
think they
and
just
tells
like
me
let
what
any
to do.
cop in, or do you think they're doing extensive fucking background
It was like
research
the-
before they
it was
make
like
them
the
a
one
cop?
in Chicago that they just detained.
What happened
pol-
in Chicago? I
A
had
police officer that's an illegal immigrant that was carrying a gun, not supposed to. A police officer that was an illegal alien in Chicago. They just got him. They just picked him up about 2 days ago. I think it was yesterday, actually. They're actually becoming police officers. They're policing U.S. citizens, and they're not even legally allowed to be here, like my neighbors, because they get free IDs. That's how my neighbor was driving a car, hit the other. What's ironic is the lady that he hit was a legal immigrant who married an American citizen who was from Vietnam. She came to my door asking. She thought I was the one that hit our house, and I was like, no, that's illegal. And they came to my door and they're like, we don't want to go over there because they don't speak English, and they have like a shanty town,
We
is
need
what
to
they told me.
investigate
They
for the
said
poor
they
lady.
have porta potties. They didn't have any running water.
There's no running
Like that's
water,
what's
and they have
behind me.
children living on
And
their
that's why I'm
property.
bothered by it, because they're causing a lot. It's not just the overall stuff that's happening, it's the anecdotal stuff that's happening to me.
The
So I see what's
demoralization.
happening to me, and then I see what's happening around the country. I understand what's happening in the cities, the FHA loans, and the fight against people just to get. You understand housing. You get housing's expensive and keeps going up just because of inflation. Then you add in this, and it gets worse.
So what's a
and
perfect
worse.
world for you? Like, don't think about just America. What's a perfect world for you? Like, how do you see the people on the world thriving?
Well,
Not just
I
America.
actually thought our system was pretty good at first. You know, we let in about 1 million people a year. We vet them. We see where they're from. That's how my family got here. My grandma married my grandpa, who was here legally. He was in the army. He met her in Japan, bring her back here. I remember studying with her, and she legally became a citizen with a green card. She got a green card first.
Yeah, why did those people?
It
get
took
to
about
cut
3
in line?
years to
I
do
don't
it.
understand. Why should they cut in
I
line
mean, there's
over
people who are here for 30 years who don't even try and get a green card. I mean, I have family members.
I
who've
think
been
that's
here
a
for couple years and they spend,
misrepresentation. I've had so like with each system, with each administration, the system kind of changes in that too. So like people could be like in line, and then some, like maybe Trump comes
It
into
really
office
doesn't
after.
change a ton. The 1 million that actually are coming here typically doesn't change too much. It's the illegals and the legalities around people coming here that are not part of the million that we let in, and plus the people that we let marry, stuff like that. It's a little different.
So to answer my question before, what do you see as like a perfect Earth, not in a perfect America? Don't think just about America,
What I
because
think is a
you got to
perfect
think
Earth
about
is, I think,
humans.
With humans, I love cultural nations. I like going to Japan and engulfing myself in Japanese people and talking to them, trying to talk to them. I like going to England and talking to a bunch of English people, maybe born there. I mean, I've seen what it's turned into from when I went to England to now. And there's areas where it's 20 to 30% native Englishmen, and the rest are Middle Eastern or some other country. So you're going to different countries trying to see the culture, but you don't see the culture anymore. You see mixed people. I
Isn't that kind of what
mixed-
happened to the
no,
Native
what I'm saying
American
is
people
mixed
here,
people
though?
are great if that's what you want. But if you want to go to a different nation and you just want to see the same thing everywhere, yeah, you can have a world that's exactly the same. It's boring and sterile, and
You
everybody
gotta
says the
realize
same
the
thing.
Scots were trading
It's
with
like
the
50
Indians
cops
for
coming.
hundreds of years.
It's like,
They were interbreeding, trading. It was going on forever.
But-
The Indians love the Scots.
do you not think that the Native Americans saw the same thing that you saw? How you see like
Officer America.
how you saw different colors and people going into the English
I think it was just powerful people wanting resources.
and taking them away from less powerful people, right?
Yeah, you're always going to have somebody trying to get everything.
Yeah, it's like where
What are
the
you gonna
name
do about
slave
it, though?
came from.
But there's no reason for like slaves. There's no reason
don't
for.
have them.
I'm not saying that we have them. I'm just saying.
No, we
Slavery in
progressed from
America.
them.
Of course. What I'm saying is like, why
I'm just saying,
why
like,
get rid of the
conquered land
lesser
and say, you
people
don't go
because
back.
they were
Because
not
you're
as
not
strong.
You're not going to conquer a land, and 100, 200 years later, be like, all right, maybe we shouldn't have done that. We're going to give it back. The whole world would be giving every nation back.
Of
Everybody's
course.
the Indians have migrated over the Bering
But it's only
Strait.
been like 200 years
Well, the Bering
here. It's not
Strait.
like thousands of
That's what I'm
years. You know what I'm
So
saying?
the Bering Strait. So when do you cut it off when the Indians came here from Siberia? Do you say 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 200 years? Where do you draw the line of a nation being a nation?
I say 200.
See,
250.
So it's an arbitrary time frame of 2 to 4.
Yeah.
It's the same argument with Palestine. Well, the Jews were fighting the Philistines 3,000 years ago, which are the Philistines are the Palestinians. The Judea, you had Judea, which were the Jews. They were living in the same area, fighting each other. David and Goliath. David was a Jew. Goliath was a Philistine. They fought each other over the same land. So the Palestinians get that land, or the Jews get that land, or they both get the land.
They both should
They're
get the land.
fighting over the land.
I think it should be
that's what I mean.
split,
It's a
but-
moot point to argue that time frame is who gets the land.
Yeah, but I think I think it should be split in my opinion. They need to come up with
Well, I think- well,
two-state solution
that
is the only
actually
solution.
An argument because the Palestinians won't let Jews into their land; they'll kill them.
I mean,
The Jews actually will let the Palestinians can come into Jerusalem and work.
But they don't let them have like their own airports and shit like that as well. And they,
But they can come into the country, they can work, they can do everything they want to do.
They can be gay.
But if you go to Palestine, if I went to Palestine, if a gay person went to Palestine, they'd be thrown off a roof. They don't agree. Like, the ideology's crazy. I don't understand how the left supports that side so
Sharia
much.
law.
I just don't think that, like, I really don't think they would like fucking throw a gay person
have,
right off the roof.
Look up Palestinian.
Like right now, I'm talking about right now. After everything they've just incurred, I really
Yeah.
think they
There was
would
someone
not.
that was interviewing people about gay people
Yeah,
out there
they killed-
specifically.
they
They
Like
don't
recently?
They
Well,
killed a
yeah, because
journalist.
if you understand Islam, yeah.
Can you tell me the name of the journalist that was killed for asking that?
I can look it up,
Okay.
but I know the story.
Yeah. Can you give us like give a quick synopsis so I can kind of Google it later? Unless you're able to look it up right now, I don't know. But I want to know about that. I like reading
Yeah,
shit
if
like
you just,
that.
I mean, you
It's
could really
legit
just type in
story.
Palestinian and gays, and a lot comes up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, I
mean,
just
it's just
I
the
like I'd like to
ideology.
think that.
Christians are accepted. Christians
Well, Jews
accept
spit on
gays.
in Israel. They spit on Christians in
Oh, yeah,
certain
they don't
spots.
Elohim, love Israel. Praise God. God love Israel. May God have shalom Bilalo. And it's all speak. No.
The brother name of Yeshua, right?
Whoa, whoa.
He slapped my face.
Wow.
He slapped my face.
Jewish people. Jewish people, you really breaking my heart.
Yeah, they spit on Christian
I don't
people.
care about Jewish law. I only care about American laws. And
But it's bleeding over into American law from people that you fucking vote for. He's a puppet for Bibi. He's Bibi's puppet. He is.
I think you're just like.
I
using
think
straw
Israel
man.
is an important aspect to the United States.
Why?
Because it's somewhere where you can go to see where Jesus was, where you can walk the same. You make a face, but it's important to religious people.
I understand, but why does it have to be Israel that owns it? You could go there if it was anywhere
Because
else.
Muslims wouldn't let Christians come there to do the same thing.
They have to have an iron dome just to protect citizens.
The Muslims want to stop the Christians from coming out there. So the only people stopping anybody from going to the mosque or whatever they want to call it is the Israelites. Or the Jews are the only ones protecting that area. If you let it up to the Muslims, they wouldn't let any Christians in there. They don't want to let the Jews in there as it of now, but they can't stop them. If we relinquish control, say Israel was gone, then no one can go to Israel. No one can walk the footsteps of Jesus anymore. No one can go to the wall. No one.
So you're saying before Israel in 48 or whatever, no one could go and visit the footsteps of Jesus? You think
I'm
that
saying
didn't?
now.
No, I'm talking
They-
about Israel was established in was it 1948 or 49? One of those years. You don't think no one went to fucking Israel and looked at the foot Jesus?
They did, but it wasn't as violent back then.
Oh, so just so happened to get violent now. Or do y'all think y'all are following for fucking BB's fucking propaganda saying, if it wasn't for Israel and what we do for the Christians? I'm not even using this right fucking thing.
Well, I don't
but
really think
but
they like
no,
Christians
no.
that
That's a straw
But
man.
see, I don't believe that.
But
they like-
no, it's a straw man to say it wasn't that violent 50 years ago. Why would it be more violent if Israel wasn't controlling that area right now? Is you think they just got
I
some?
just told you they're killing gays and throwing them off the building.
But so they just weren't doing that 50 years ago? They didn't
It's their
believe.
identity,
They thought
everything.
gays were okay 50 years ago, but now they don't.
Israel is that region will
Muslims
never
70.
don't like gays.
That's what I'm saying. But you said it wasn't that violent. They never liked them. Why did they? They didn't
There
like
were
them.
Gays flying on a plane to Israel in the 40s and 50s.
Well,
It just didn't
well, no
happen.
Where's the
shit.
biggest gays population in the world?
Probably Israel,
Yep.
because they have that big gay festival and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't really support it, but yeah, so they're the ones that.
Or
are
maybe
keeping
San
that-
Francisco.
Maybe they should, because if
They
Israel
left.
was gone, how many gays would just be slaughtered or have to leave that region?
I don't know. Probably. Actually, I don't know. It depends on who took over that spot. Like
Well,
officially.
it would be the Palestinian. It would be Hamas. I mean, who else would take over that region?
I think the
It's
Palestinians could work a
completely
way to get
illegal.
Hamas out of power. I don't
You'd
think
be
Hamas
lucky-
is the answer
You'd be lucky
to
if you
their
had the
problems.
Saudis, and they would fucking make women wear different shit and put in crazy.
Yeah,
laws.
like they do that shit in Dubai and whatnot. I don't believe in that. Yeah, I think that's wrong.
Watch the towers get hit.
What's tower? The Twin Towers?
9/11?
I was like fucking 3, dog.
Okay, I watched that on the
Or
news
4,
before
I don't
going to
know.
school.
You didn't?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
the towers get hit. That sticks in your mind forever. You realize those people are just pure evil.
I mean, there's been fucking Jewish fucking terrorists. There's been Christian terrorists that fucking blow up churches and fucking shit like that. You can't just paint these
No,
fucking groups
Christian
of people.
I don't know. I haven't seen a Christian church being blown up
Uh,
in
no-
Oregon State.
I'm talking about like there's people that are Christian that do things that are wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can't just throw in all the Christians.
Christianity and Jesus?
There could be like people write fucking crazy
You know what
shit.
percentage
Yeah.
That isn't all terrorism in the world? Less than 1%. You know who does all the terrorism?
I mean, are you gonna hate every single person that's a Muslim because some shit happened?
2% of the South owned slaves. Are you going to blame all of the South on slavery?
Well, they do.
Uh,
It's just like the terrorism.
It's 2%
99%
correct?
Is
2% of all the Confederate South owned slaves.
okay, I'll check that out. I
Oh,
never heard
it's
that.
definitely true.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
2%. It might even be less, but 2% is.
And that's just the Confederacy South. If you want to say all Southerners, it's probably less, about 1%.
I'll look into that. Yeah, I'm actually I take in information. I'm not gonna like talk shit and say I don't or that's wrong.
Of my family where they talk about how like
I'm sure it was like the rich people back then that owned slaves,
Actually,
right?
20 to
No?
40% of Native Americans own slaves too. at the
Yeah,
time.
Cherokee Nation was one of the
You can look
largest
that one up
holders
too.
of
20 to
slaves.
40%. It's mixed. It could be 20, could be 40. It's somewhere in between there.
Do you think we introduced slavery to them?
No,
They had slaves
Indians
before,
have been
like,
doing
we came
slaves
over?
for
Well,
hundreds of
if you look
years.
at Africa and you look at the Dahomey tribe, they were some of the first that were abducting the Bantu because they were smaller. So they would abduct them and they would put them in slavery because they needed people. And they'd
That's
say,
that
well, they're a
fake
different
movie.
tribe, so we either kill them or enslave them. And so what they would do is they would enslave them.
That's that fake movie they tried to make.
Well, that was later on.
The woman
The
killer.
beginning of the Dahomey tribe was their culture was based around fighting other tribes, beating them, and either enslaving them or killing them. And what they did was they figured they could. When the white people came there, the Portuguese, they came there, and they was like, "Oh, we can buy these people from you." And they're like, "Yeah, we'll sell them to you. We'll abduct more of our people, sell them to you, and then you take them back." That was a Dahomey.
The Dahomey tribe did that to the Bantus, you said?
Bantu.
Bantus? Sorry.
Bantus were a little.
in Africa.
It just depends on which tribe you're looking at, what time.
Well, that doesn't like negate the
And then
fact that
sold them to
slavery is
the
bad. Yeah,
Muslims.
that is
Yeah,
bad
well,
that that
everybody
happened.
slave traders.
Yeah. What's that?
It's
Sorry.
just-
The
it's
Muslims
just
were
yeah.
the largest slave traders.
Where are
Who's
they?
the last to get rid of it?
America. America ended slavery.
Well, who's the
And
first
we
to
did-
start?
no,
Who
we didn't
got
end
rid
it.
of it?
Yeah,
We
we
didn't
did.
end it. No, we didn't.
Who fought
In
the
America,
Dahomey?
it's ended. It's done.
Who fought the
No,
Dahomey
it's
tribes?
Constitution.
It's not fully done.
Who fought the Dahomey?
I don't know.
You like the Constitution?
Well, the Dahomey were the ones that were enslaving the
I hate
Bantu
the Constitution.
and selling them to overseas to the Portuguese.
Oh, I
Abraham
agree.
Lincoln used the
So the
Constitution
English
to burn
went out
down
there
the
and
whole
fought them.
South and kill millions of people, black
Yeah.
people.
The British went out there
women,
and stopped
children.
slavery in Africa because they didn't want to stop abducting other Africans and selling them.
Slavery.
They're like, that's our culture. And then the white people in
Native Americans were the
Britain were
largest
like, no, we can't
slaves
do
in
this.
America.
Like, we shouldn't be having
When
slaves.
was that?
How many Comanche did your ancestors
I can't
find?
remember, 18 something. I can't remember the exact date.
They still, the Portuguese still sold. They wouldn't sell their own.
No, the
British-
Portuguese
Brit-
went.
Sorry, no, you're right. I
Yeah.
went somewhere else.
Yeah, the Portuguese went there and
Portuguese
bought
were
them
the
from.
first. The Portuguese was the first, one of the first ones to not sell their own. They were buying everybody.
Mhm.
Right.
They're the first ones to go. For example, they're white. We're not buying any more white people.
I don't think that's the truth.
No, I'm not saying that I'm not saying they're white, but I'm saying they were like, we're not buying our own
I
kind.
think
Well,
it's an
because they
I
were
think
selling
it's
white
IQ.
people before.
And they were selling.
So,
their
like,
own.
they were selling the Slavs before.
Yeah.
Like, the Slavs were the white people were the first slaves. So they were selling the Slavs around. They're like, we don't want to do this. And then the black people started abducting there. And like, oh, black people want to sell themselves to us. So the Portuguese bought
No, it
black
wasn't.
people and started.
See, you're saying
transporting
that
them
they
around.
they were willing to sell themselves. It wasn't they were willing to sell themselves.
Oh no,
If
that
I
was
wanted-
part of their culture.
If I
Then
wanted,
what they would do
enslaved.
is they would go to another tribe and they would beat the tribe. And what they would do is we can either kill them or we would take them as slaves. Sometimes both. They would kill some of them, take the rest as slaves, especially the big men. And that's what turned
Who's-
into,
who-
well, we'd
let me
have
ask
people
you-
to slave,
let me
trade
ask-
with
let me
other
ask you
people.
this.
We can actually make money on this.
Yeah, let me
is
ask
what they
you
got.
this.
They said this was part of their culture. They didn't want to get rid of it because, I mean, you see that in a lot of tribes from a couple thousand years ago where they would fight their similar looking tribes regardless of race and they would enslave them. But they just figured out they can sell those
Let me ask
slaves.
you this. Who's telling the story of slaves?
This is a story that's been told by multiple
Because a lot of cultures, what they
regions.
go by with slavery, a lot of cultures, what they do is, yes, they will battle another culture. They will battle their neighbors. We all do it. Everybody's done it. And what they end up doing is assimilating their captors into their culture. They may never hold a title, but they're not slaves in what we
Well,
consider
those were
slaves.
slaves.
Okay. Just want to make sure because
They
there's
would
a lot
there
of
was actually
times-
multiple. They would actually kill them, eat them, or slavery.
You
They
had three
wouldn't breed
options.
with them. They wouldn't take them for like sex, but for like.
Well, I'm not even
doing
saying
what
slave,
they
but
need.
they'll actually assimilate them into their culture. It's almost everybody does. Almost. Almost.
I mean, that happens somewhat like when we talk about people who had slaves and they had sex with their slaves, had kids. Yes, that does happen. But
That's what- that's what we-
That's what America was
the
really about.
overall picture of it is they were slaves.
And then we come up to, and then you realize you can make money off of it. People are coming in for cheap labor.
And then
And
for
selling
about
it to-
what 7,500 years, America